So we have a Panasonic Lumix single lens mirrorless camera, interchangeable lenses. It's a stock kit lens, 12 to 32 millimeter on it, from 2015. And this is a Jupiter 8 f2 50 millimeter lens made at the KMZ factory in Russia in 1956. It's a f2 at the widest. So this lens goes from f2 at the widest down to f22. So this is an adapter that allows me to go from the, like a thread mount, commonly called M39 or LTM for like a thread mount, 39 millimeter threads. And this adapter will allow me to adapt it to my Micro Four Thirds digital mirrorless. It's a pretty simple setup. Just threads on. And we'll remove the lens from the Panasonic, line up the dots, and lock it in. And there we have it. Suits the camera quite nicely in terms of size. It's a good looking lens, and it's exactly 60 years old as of the time of this video, which is 2016. Here you can see the serial number. Turn it around. The serial number starts with a 56, indicating this lens was made in 1956. We have the Cyrillic language for Jupiter 8 there. This is the KMZ factory marking. And if we can see it, there is the little red Cyrillic P, which stands for multi-coated. F1.2 there, and they indicate the 50 millimeter back in these years still as 5 centimeters, which is a 50 millimeter equivalent. It's a nice smooth operating lens. It's in really good condition for 60 years old. Tends to be a little sloppy on the rings, which is typical. The construction was kind of haphazard. So let's take some pictures with it and see how they come out. Now, to shoot with this lens, being manual focus only, I like to run on aperture priority. You can also run on manual settings, full manual. With aperture, you set your aperture ring to the desired setting. There's f2, and the camera will calculate the correct shutter time. So power this up. What I've actually done is I've programmed a C2 setting, C2 3 setting, which automatically goes into aperture priority and also has all of my manual focus assist and focus peaking, which greatly helps with the manual focusing. And you also have to make sure that you have your setup on for a shoot without lens. Turn that to on, and you're ready to go. You can, yeah, good. So the way the focusing works on this is you can press here to get a little bit finer focus. Now the focusing ring on the bottom there can get in the way if we're on the table, so I'm just going to pick it up slightly when I'm focusing. So I'm going to zoom in and I'm going to focus in. There we go, like that. We are on f2. Take the picture. This particular lens seems to lose a little focus wide open, and that's probably just a characteristic of the sloppiness of the lens. It can rattle, so a little bit sloppy on the construction, and they're well known for that. This is not the kind of lens that you'll take out for professional shooting. This is for fun. Shooting a 60-year-old lens on a camera is just basically for fun. The quality of the pictures on this is really good, but it doesn't rival the newer high-quality lenses, obviously. But it's still fun to shoot and enjoyable. We're going to bring the focus in. And you should be able to see, we're on the f2 setting, we should be able to see the focus assistant cutting in, which is the focus peaking, which I have set up to show in yellow, which shows anytime you have good contrast, it'll show up in yellow and know that you're in focus. So we'll take that shot. Let's go down to f8. It's a fun little lens. Of course, being a 50mm on the GM1, it's equivalent to 100mm because of the crop factor.